All right, here we're going to factor using X method for examples where A is equal to 1. All right, so here's example 1 from our notes. We want to first make sure it's in standard form, which it is. Then we want to check for GCF. There is not one. So then step 3 is we're going to use the X method. All right, so go ahead and make my X. All right, you have two fractions on either side. My A term is 1. So I'm going to put that there. My B coefficient is 16. And my A times C, which is 1 times 64, that's going to be 64. All right, so we need to find multiples of 64, or factors of 64 that add up to 16. All right, so that's going to be 8 and 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 plus 8 is 16. Once we find our factors, we go ahead and write them in intercept form. So we're going to have x plus 8 times x plus 8. Sometimes it's written as x plus 8 squared. All right, so either one of those answers is acceptable. Okay, another type of example is this one. So again, this one is in standard form. There is no GCF. So we're going to go to step 3, make our X method. Okay, B coefficient is negative 10. My A coefficient is 1. And C, 1 times 9 is a 9. Okay, so I need factors of 9 that add up to a negative 10. All right, so for this one, I'd like to talk about factors a little bit. All right, so get your 9 and break them down into all its factors starting with 1. So we have 1 times 9, 3 times 3, and that is it. Then I kind of separate it out. I'll put a plus on one side and negative on the other side. So I'll add the two numbers. 1 plus 9 is 10. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay, then I'd subtract them. 9 minus 1 is 8, and then 3 minus 3 is 0. So these outside numbers, I'm looking for any of these outside numbers that will match my B value. So this 10 does. So 10 comes from the product of 1 times 9. So I'll write those products in here. And then I will go ahead and see where does the negative go. Does it go to the 1, does it go to the negative 9, or does it go to both? So in this case, since we need a positive multiple, it's going to go to both. Negative 1 times negative 9 equals a positive 9. Okay, and then if we add them, negative 1 plus negative 9 equals a negative 10 on top. So once we write that out, we go ahead and write our answer. Y equals x minus 1 times x minus 9. Okay. Example 3 is in standard form. There's no GCF here. So we jump to step 3 with his X method. We have a negative 1 for our B value, negative 90 for our A times C, and A is a 1. Okay, so 90 can be a little difficult to look at. Break it down into factors. 1 and 90, 2 and 45, 3 and 30, and then of course 9 and 10. Okay, so plus, minus, get a 91, subtract, you get 89. Here we get a 47. If we subtract 2, we'll get a 43. Add 3 here, 33. Subtract 3 from 30, we get 27. Add 9 to 10, we get 19. And then 10 minus 9, we get a 1. So, of course, we have a B value that's a 1. We're going to choose that. All right, so I know 9 and 10 go here. Okay, so now I got to decide where the negative goes. In this case, since we have a negative B value, the one with the larger number gets a negative. So 9 times negative 10 is negative 90. 9 plus a negative 10 is a negative 1. So go ahead and write it out. X plus 9 times x minus 10 are the factors here.